Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We are jumping into our second conversation, and it's all about a book festival that is set to take place in Belmopan called Tech Time for Read Festival. We are joined this morning by three representatives of this nonprofit. They're joined virtually. We have here with us Kaylee Whitty. She's a project coordinator. Also Kaylin Escalante, another project coordinator, and Zaria Obi, also another project coordinator. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us and welcome.
Good morning.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Morning.
So, Tech Time for Read book. Now, this is a nonprofit organization that you ladies came up with, you're a part of. And of course, as the name suggests, it's encouraging people to read books. Let's begin with your love of reading in the first place and what prompted the formation of this nonprofit. We can begin with you, Kaylee.
Okay, no problem. So the book festival, well, the idea of Tech Time for Read on a whole came about where we received a large amount of books from another organization in the States. And we were just wondering, it was from a youth group, the Belmopan Youth Spiritual Empowerment Program.
Okay.
And we were at our youth group meeting just trying to decide, okay, what can we do with these books? And a bunch of us brainstormed, and then we finally said, okay, we came up with the idea of having a book festival. And that has been one of our main events. It slowed because of COVID, but we're back on track. We had one last year. We're having this one this year. And, you know, it's something to look forward to, a place where kids can have access to a wide range of books and have fun, play games and stuff like that.
Yeah. We are in an era where we're seeing the numbers of readers decrease. We're in the age of technology where these kids these days, they want iPods, they want tablets. They don't even want to go out and play, Kaylee. How do you encourage young people, youth, to pick up a book and read?
So one of the things that we do, and our motto is, you know, making reading fun.
Yeah.
So we try to find activities to engage the kids because kids love to play. And at the end of the day, that's what they do, right? So we have a bunch of games to engage them. They play these games, they win the points, and they get to choose their books. So that power of choice, rather than just, you know, you forcing a child to go to the library and just picking a book for them, they have the ability to go and say, Mom, I love trains. Let's find a book about trains. And we give that to them. So it's an empowerment for the kids and also a safe place for them to be free and be tablet free as well.
Do you find that with this particular initiative, kids are drawn to picking up these books and perhaps taking them home to read?
Yeah, we have quite a few kids who come in who are basically regulars at this point. They come in every time we have an event, and they're so excited to get the books, and it's so fun to see that they're enjoying reading. And then kids, like during the events, because we always make sure that we have games at the events, because like Kaylee said, we encourage a love for reading through making reading fun. So we always have all the kids playing games, and they choose specifically what books. And sometimes you even have some kids who are like, no, I want that book, give me that book. So it's fun to see them all enjoying the books and reading.
Talk about the importance of reading in the first place, the development that comes with that, literacy. Perhaps we can get Kaylin in the conversation, speak to the need for us to develop ourselves with reading.
So reading does a lot for us, like in terms of talking and how we write. Like that's very important that we read, because it like opens our imagination, and it allows us to go into different places and have new ideas in order to write and speak better.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think of myself as a youth. Many years ago, one of the programs that I enjoyed watching as a child was Reading Rainbow. Yeah. And that also encouraged my love of reading it as well.
LeVar Burton?
Yeah, I could think of the theme song right now, you know, Butterfly in the Sky. and just the idea that aside from developing yourself in speech and writing, as you perfectly mentioned, Kayleen, it's the imagination that comes out of it as well. The things that you could think of because of being immersed in an entirely different world on paper. That's what these kids are getting exposed to as well. And I think that that is so important for their own development as well. Isani, I see you smiling.
Yeah, no, I'm smiling because reading, as much as we use this cliche that it's fundamental,
Yeah.
it allows you to use your imagination. And when you read and you imagine, you're able to envision certain things, right? And to the point that you're mentioning earlier, and perhaps I could get some feedback from our guests as well, but to the point that you were mentioning earlier, I don't know that the younger generation is as drawn to reading as we are, because for the better part, we did not grow up with a tablet or any other device that distracts us from picking up something that's committed in writing, right? And so my question to you guys is, how challenging is it when you look at the options that kids have these days, or the alternatives that they have that are different from the printed word, that are different from material that one can sit down and read and learn from? How challenging is it to present books to them, to present the idea of reading and imagining and using your creativity that way?
You know, you're right in that we have seen a decrease in the engagement in literacy. However, we've also found it in a lot of different places that are inspiring. And one of the good things about this project is that it's youth led for youth. So we have our project is by young people from our youth groups and other volunteers. And for this book festival specifically, we have about 45 plus volunteers, guys, that are engaging and are working, and of all ages. So to try to combat that, that's what we use, the power of influence and just encouraging. And we have other smaller projects under Tech Time for Read, for example, Books for Babies, where we get books and pamphlets about why it's important to read, and we give it to the maternity ward and they distribute it to the new mothers. Yeah, so stuff like that is what we try to do and what we work with to mitigate that issue.
What are the age ranges that will be able to acquire these books at this festival?
We do ages from 0, so it's babies, up to ages 18.
Okay.
And this year we're offering adult books, so we're like broadening our like age range. But the majority is children. That's what we focus on.
So it's going to be a festival in Belmopan, and there's an invite for an entire family, for the entire family to come out and check out books for themselves. Talk about what people can see when they go there, and of course, if there's anything that will be on purchase and available for persons interested. We can get either of you ladies, yeah.
Yeah, we could start with the date. So it'll be this Saturday, August 9th. And it'll be from 9. We'll be there from 9 to 4 at the Civic Center. And the event will be going on. And people can come in. And we're going to have different PlayStations. So kids will come in. The main focus is for the kids. So anyone 18 and below can come in and they'll get a little card. And that they could use that card to go around and play all the games that we'll have, and you could play up to 9 games, and we're going to be giving each person 10 free books. So each person under the age of 18 can receive 10 free books. And then we're going to also have the adult section, so they can get their books through, they could select their books and leave a donation, and they could take those books. We also have a few books on sale for purchase. And we're gonna have a section. So last year we had a comic section, and we didn't sell the books because we wanted it to be more of a community kind of section. But this year we had a lot of requests for the sales of the comics, so we decided to sell. So those will be on sale. We have stickers on sale about reading. We have bags on sale. So that's.
So I have
do you have anything?
I have a question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in and also mention Zara mentioned the reusable bags. So we want to make this an eco-friendly space. So we have reusable bags. We encourage the use of reusable material. We have recyclable cutlery as well because we're also going to have food for sale. So to our guests, just keep that in mind.
So my question for you ladies, I take it that you're book lovers and avid readers as well. What's one of your favorite books or one of your favorite authors in terms of the type of books that you read? Anyone of you can go first?
One of the most eye-opening books for me. I think I read it a little too young because I was sad for a couple of days. But it's called the Secret Life of Bees, and I'm not sure. There's a Lifetime movie somewhere about it,
Yeah.
but it's about back in the days of segregation and witnessing humanity and just empathy with people of all races. So that was a pretty significant part of my childhood.
All
Any of
right.
your other ladies?
I can't bring up a specific book per se, but I do read a lot about mostly history and like similar to what Kaylee had mentioned, like books about race and ethnicity and a lot about immigration and how people have to move from their countries and stuff like that. And I think I got that from my grandma. She likes to read books about that. So every time I find one, I'm like, oh, we could read this together. So I'll read it and then I'll lend her, or she'll read one and lend me. So it's a really nice bonding activity for us.
All right. Well, ladies, this has been a wonderful conversation. Again, we want to remind our viewers of the date and time of the Tech Time for Read Books Festival. Again, it's set to take place in Belmopan at the Civic Center. The date again once more? August 9th?
August 9th.
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this is an open invite for everyone, but of course free books will be available for persons ages 18 and under, and you can also walk away with up to 10 free books as well. Thank you guys so much for taking this initiative into your own hands and encouraging people to read all over the country. We really appreciate it.
Thank you as well for having us.
Alrighty, we will be taking another quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have more conversation to look forward to, including that poll question that was up. We've been seeing a lot of engagement, so we'll be talking about that as well very soon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.